Battle Cat right here, legend. You know the name. What brings you here, my man?
Eve After Dark and the man himself, Lonzo.
Tell us about your memories of Eve After Dark.
Eve After Dark, I remember one time when I had joined the wrecking crew. Trey had just left to form the N.W.A. He went to go pick up a bag and clean up the club and grab his turntables that Dre used to play on. He gave me the opportunity to hold them turntables and get my skills set. As we talking about 1989. I became a world-class wrecking crew member, and I never looked back. And I didn't really know the language of how to communicate with different neighborhoods and boroughs, so I had to learn how to be neutral and not bring the street life to a professional setting. So he trusted me, and it's been a beautiful history. I've been here ever since, and I come out here to celebrate someone who gave me the time of the day to be who I am today, DJ Battle Cat. Thank you, Lonzo.
Pastor E, and I'm probably everybody's pastor that don't go to church, but I'm here to support my brother, Lonzo, to get that recognition that is hard work and hard earned. We were in the car, I picked him up from the airport, we were talking, I said, you know what, delayed gratification is better than an easy push. And when you know how to handle it, when it comes, you can just embrace it and be able to help others. And look what, everybody's having a good time. This is a celebration for a man who has done great things, that's been overlooked but wasn't forgotten. And here he is today, man. We celebrate Lonzo whatever and let it be known, man. He's real, man.
Smiley.
And?
OG Scorpio.
Yes, yes.
Lonzo, keep doing what you're doing. You're the greatest at it. We all go back since Uncle Jam's Army.
Yes, yes.
Keep up the great work.
For sure. Peace, y'all.
Jam's Army.
Peace, y'all. Hey, Vicky, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
What brings you here?
Alonzo,
Yes.
the premiere.
That's right, that's right.
City, Compton, love.
Yes, yes. How did you meet Lonzo? What's up?
I've been through some things, and Alonzo was there for me. He took me under his wings, and he helped redirect me back to where I'm at now. Gave me the confidence I needed by putting me at the door. Encouraging. Just took me under his wing and just mentored me and just helped me emotionally, mentally nurse myself back to where I'm at today.
I'm very proud. He's getting this just due, long overdue. He's been a pillar for hip hop community over 30 years, 30 plus years. So he deserves his honor.
DJ Twin right here, man. Legend. Legend, baby.
If you don't know about the Eve After Dark, ask your mom and your daddy. Because they know about Eve After Dark back in the day.
You know what? On the way over here, something dawned on me. I forgot all about it. When I was coming down the street and looked at the address. In 1976, I learned to DJ right across, in this parking lot right here on Malton. There was a building, it was a Don Tracy was broadcasting. That's where it started on Malton, and that time it was Santa Barbara, okay? Here we are, Malton and Michel'le doing the premiere of the documentary. That's a hell of a feeling. That's a hell of a feeling, folks. It's a hell of a full circle, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad for my director, my DJ, my interviewers, everybody that supported this event, everybody that came back and did the memory of the Eve After Dark. It's going to be a long, touching evening for me, folks. I hope y'all enjoy the project. The name was already there when I got it. When I walked up the steps to the old man's room, to the old man's office, to cut the deal with him and my dad cut the deal, it was already Eve After Dark. It was after hours.
But you could have
Oh no, I couldn't change nothing. That old man, I couldn't change nothing. I wasn't changing nothing, okay? It's Eve After Dark. You want it, you gotta take it every week. That's the deal, okay? Bring me my money on Monday. That was the deal, okay? And when I left, in fact, we had changed it a few times over the years, and he changed it back before he died, the Eve After Dark. I didn't know that day was gonna happen. I'm at the Super Bowl. Me and my crew at the Super Bowl. We watching the game, and I look up. All of a sudden, there's Eve After Dark. All you could do was sit there and the tears run down the side of your face because you thought you were forgotten, and you wasn't forgotten. And that's a hell of a feeling when somebody remember you in front of 300 million people, whatever it was, a lot of people. Okay, that's a hell of a feeling, dude. It's something you can't predict. You can't, It's like winning the lottery. You won the lottery. I tried to get you Dre the whole week before Super Bowl. Tell him I was going to be there. I want to get a new picture with him. Let's hang out, I know you're going to have a high-end booth or something. Come on, get a picture or something. Get a selfie or whatever the case may be. Couldn't get no return phone call. And I knew he was busy, but I didn't know what he was busy doing. I figured, hey, man, somebody would text me like they normally do. Hey, man, this is what's happening. Dre said so-and-so. I didn't get that. And then the Super Bowl, we get hit with the Eve After Dark. and all the Compton displayed in front of the world, and it was just a hell of a day. It was a hell of a situation, folks. Our whole motivation back then was have a good time, and to get laid, of course, but predominantly to have a good time, and we did that. And because we did that the way we did, we're here today as a super grown man, and able to celebrate that. Okay, when young artists not making it to their 30s these days because they make the money, they like candles, they blow up and blow out. And I'm like a flare, I ain't going nowhere. Yeah. All the players in the house. I just never got to Dre. He started it.
So he's like the
Legend right here, baby.
Look at me.
Dang, I can't even take pictures.
Going right here. And where?
Look this way.
Legend, man, legend.
The lady told me at the
We're in
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Put this on my Instagram. Poster out.
beautiful night, beautiful night.
Yes. N.W.A. Godfather hip hop. Yes. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can I get you to look at it? Oh, yeah, you look at it. There we go.
That's a good one. That's a good one right there.
All right, hold that one more time. As long as we got that beautiful smile.
That's it. That's
Hey,
right.
now. I know you do.
Look at me.
Hey, Josh.
Look at me.
Excuse me, where should we? Did you get one already?
Hey, how are you? Good. Thank you so much. Holla back.
I used to go to Capitol Park. That was a walking distance from my house.
Let's go.
So we walked to Capitol Park. And you had the DJs in the little rec room. How did we get started? Well, you got to understand, there was two crews in Los Angeles fighting for superiority. It was the Wrecking Crew and Uncle Jam's Army. Uncle Jam's Army and the Wrecking Crew was headed by two people, myself and Roger Clayton.
That was the difference between Eve After Dark and Uncle Jam's Army. Eve After Dark was always groomed for longevity. Okay? I put the Eve in 1979. I retired from the Eve in 2019.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Taken under the wing of the world-class wrecking crew, Lonzo, Williams.
Yes. Yes.
You know, we don't get enough credit. You know, Grandmaster Lonzo, the world-class wrecking crew, don't get enough credit for what he did to spark this too. He the first one that gave Dre a DJ job.
Say what?
He the first one
Say
that
what?
did a record with Dr. Dre.
Say what?
Called Surgery.
They came in, they dressed up, they looked nice. Nobody baggy pants all the way down. Everybody had their pants up. They were respectful with one another.
Yeah. Yeah.
It changed from a club into a social event for the community in that time period. To know that on Friday and Saturday night,
You knew it.
you had a place that you could experience your friends. You could develop new friends. It ain't always about fighting or whatever. People got to meet each other. Some of the people that came to a lot of the clubs, they all got married and had kids.
Yeah.
It was a Boy Scout. It was a Girl Scout. It was a team post. All in one.
Tell us, Lonzo.
That's another emotional thing for me.
God.
Because my old man, he was always proud of me, man. He was always proud of me. In fact, I didn't realize it until after I did it. My old man, he was always motivating me. My nickname was Champ as a kid. My daddy never called me by my name. Never called me by my name. He would say, Champ, you did it. Okay? And here I go again, that bullshit. He would be proud, man. He always made sure that we was doing the right shit. You know, him and Jeffy both. In fact, I bought this belt. I got a championship belt. I was with a buddy of mine. He was a wrestler. He has a wrestling thing, Compton Mania. And the guys are bringing in some belts. And for some reason, I wanted one of these championship belts. I didn't know why. And I ordered one. It cost me $300 some odd to get this championship belt made. And it wasn't until the belt got here, I realized why I bought the belt. Because my daddy always called me Champ.
Champ.
That was my name, Champ.
Champ.
Okay. He never called me by my name.
Champ.
If he called me Lonzo Williams, I'm in trouble like I'm about to go down, okay? But
Look at me, come on. All right, guys. Look at me. Over here. Over here. Look at me. Look at me. Okay. All right, over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I saw it before we came in.
I got my girl with me. She was born on that day, so she knows that. This is Edith. This one's up. Yeah. Oh, my God. All right. I'll catch you during the week, my brother. We got something fun to do. How you doing? Good. Congratulations. Proud of you. I already got one.
Yes. Woo!
first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out today and sharing this with us today. I appreciate it. I really do. Some of y'all traveled a long way. I got my family here, my kids, my grandkids. They at the house. I got a lot of family here. Dave, man, thank you, bro. This brother, we saw the Super Bowl and saw what it was. There's already two documentaries in process of being done on me and Wrecking Crew and Dr. Dre or whatever. But he said, man, let's focus on the Super Bowl and the Eve After Dark. And that's a story that nobody thinks about. One of my other guys was upset. He said, man, you gonna tell all your stories? I said, look, I've been doing this for a long time. I can't tell all my stories in an hour and a half. Now, I'll get you to do 5 documentaries. It would take a whole mini-series to tell you all the different aspects of what I've endured from Wrecking Crew, Eve After Dark. My house is a story by itself. The house I own right now, I bought it from Johnny Otis, a blues singer. I was turned onto the house by Etta James. So my whole surroundings has been somewhat of a, I'm the missing link between old school and new school. Okay, so that's why I was able to go to do those and work with Jeffy and just so many different people in my career. And it just, thank you all for coming out. Thank you to Film Festival for allowing us to have this
Woo! Make some noise. Let's go.
I think he must think his ass was Flavor Flav or some shit. He was hollering all goddamn night. I got my good partner Steve Bradford here. State Senator, much love to you. Thank you for coming out, Doc.
All right.
And let's give Lonzo a round of applause. Amazing product. And it tells an amazing story, one that I was honored to live and share for the last 45, 50 years our paths have crossed. A young man growing up here in the community in the South Bay and Compton and being competitors, but as I was saying, iron sharpens iron, we knew we was always going to have to be at our best if we were promoting a club or doing an event, because Lonzo always brought first class to everything that he did, and it's good that he's getting his sun shine and his roses while he's still here.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, hip-hop on the West Coast wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
That's right.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. I was promoter and I wasn't quite hip-hop. We used to check each other out, but I was like, I wasn't feeling it. It was a lot of us that wasn't feeling it. I had a lot of early demos of artists before the Wrecking Crew, with the Battle Round, that one right there. Somebody brought that to me and said, hey, this is going to be a hit. And I remember sitting in a room, we were laughing. We said, nobody's going to buy this. But this guy was believing all of that. And he was doing all of that back then. And he had a vision. So I'm honored to be here, and I'm glad I was able to lend my voice in some small way and be here with you tonight. So congratulations.
All right.
You know what? Before I go, I got to shout out to all my DJ buddies. All my DJ buddies in the house. Uncle Jam's on me too. Where y'all at? Battle Cat, I see Dave, I see Jerry McKee, Edwin.
Jerry here? Where's Jerry?
I really got to give a shout out to my boy. Edwin, where you at, man?
Everyone's in the restroom.
You always got to go pee. That's a beginning old though, trust me. I got to go myself, but I got to hold the microphone first. But I want to thank Edwin for putting together the red carpet, making it happen.
Yes, sir.
I think my chauffeur today, he played chauffeur. As the side, what's called it, the hype man over here. The hype man and the chauffeur today. Much love to you, Doc. Thank you. Everybody that participated in this event. Nicole, thank you very much, darling, for coming out here and helping Edwin. There you go. I see you up there. We got the whole crew, folks. It's a team that makes things happen. Right. Dave got his video team. There's a support team that backs me up, my family, everybody. And I got how much family I got here tonight? Where my folks at?
Right here.
Huh? There you are. Okay. There you are. All right, we got to go to the folks.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Q Nice. I'm one of the co-producers of the film and also the composer of some of the music that you hear in the different scenes. And it is just an honor and a pleasure to be here with all of you here, and of course, the godfather of hip hop, and
West Coast.
To Money Train, who's also a producer here, Philo, who is also a DJ, who I call the connector. But there's another connector that's in the house, and his name is Aaron, and he's sitting right here in the front, also a producer as well. I met Aaron at an open mic poetry event that I was doing. We connected. He started doing videos, taking pictures. And then eventually I was like, yo man, I really like your work. I introduced him to Velo, something. He introduced us to Lonzo, Barack Obama, and then everything just kind of went from there. And we just really had a good time. So connected, really appreciate you as well, definitely. Money Train, did you want to say something?
My nickname is Money Train, but I'm David Watts, but I was glad to be a producer of this project. I've known David Stewart since Acapulco Film Festival 2001, way back then and stuff, so I've been working with him on off projects, and we're doing a project right now for the Alphas called 8100 Beyond Area Defined Beyond 8100, the 100th anniversary of the Alphas. And I was doing that project, and he said, well, I'm doing something else on the side here. I said, I'm doing this whole thing about the origins of hip hop, the West Coast and stuff. And I said, I didn't know it. Sometimes you think you know stuff because you just know it because you lived it, but then you don't know it till you actually listen to the GodFather talk about it and break it down into little itty bitty parts and stuff and stories that you just realize, oh my God, that was really what's happening. That was really popular and stuff, So I was just glad to be able to do a lot of interviews and like go to Vegas. And we were up at the NAB conference, and we said, well, we got to talk to King of Pop because he was up there in Vegas, and I had never met King of Pop. I didn't know who he was, but I said, look, knock it out and do that story. But there was so much passion, so much originality. So many people had just tearful moments. And I didn't think it was going to be like that, but it became like that. Just watching the footage and editing and stuff, And I'm just glad to be a little bit of piece of history. That's all I want to be a part of.
Jonathan Bauer still here? Is Mr. Reed still here?
No, she had to go.
Okay, what about Jonathan Bauer? He still here? All right, well, I got another, I want you to talk, but I want to bring my boy Dre up here too.
Dre's still here.
Where's Dre at? Come on up here. The first hip hop councilman of Compton, y'all. What up, only councilman with a nickname.
Man, I'm just happy to be here, man. I don't know why you brought me up here, but Councilman Andre Spicer, City of Compton, represent second district. I've been a fan of Lonzo for the last, I've had a relationship for about 15 years now, man, and I had a pleasure of working with him a few times. I actually did some work over at Eve After Dark. I think he changed the name of it at the time. But yeah, man, I'm just happy to see him get his flowers, and this documentary is pretty dope, and I'm just happy to be here. So thank you.
All right.
Yes, Tim Conley, also known as Professor T, or the Lonzo Professor, as he calls me. I'm happy to be here, happy to work with this team. David, fantastic job. The GodFather of West Coast hip hop, he deserves all the credit in the world.
Yes.
This film is phenomenal, and it's a part of what we call transmedia, meaning we are building a world around content, and at the center is the GodFather of West Coast hip hop. There will be more content that is attached to what's going, that this is the starting point for the content. There's actually another film that's in post-production right now that's going to be a sister-brother film to this, companion project to this film, and this is a phenomenal piece of history that needed to be told, because oftentimes the West Coast is treated like the stepchild to the East Coast in the hip-hop story. So finally, this is coming out, and it's coming out by folks who had to make it. It had to be done on the West Coast to tell the story right. So as an academic and as a filmmaker, I'm so proud of what you've done, Lonzo, and the whole team here with this film, and I'm proud that I got to come on board as a producer for this project. Thank you.
Right. Time for 2 questions for you. 2 questions. Anyone have any questions for us? Yes, go ahead. So the question is, when will it air? Right now, it's as Tim mentioned, it's a companion piece. We have our own app. It's called Trill Vision. You can download it for iOS and Android. That is one of the options that we have for distribution, but we're open to it. So it's going to be a little bit more, probably a few more months before we lock our distribution and move out. So thank you very much for asking. But that is kind of our next step, is to look at other platforms for distributions. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, it will be shown on some college campuses too, so there'll be some opportunities locally, probably USC, Santa Monica College, Cal State Northridge, and other places to see the film as well, in addition to distribution on television and other platforms.
Also, my buddy I was looking for earlier who was in the restroom, you know what I'm talking about. I had to clown you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you putting together the red carpet. You know how we do it. Up and down music people. I'm sorry, music people. But he's also Up and Down Army. But we still the best of friends. But I won't hold it against him. How many of you know Lonzo? First of all, raise your hand if you know Lonzo. How many of you learned so much more about Lonzo today? Is that incredible or what? I mean, and I'm glad that we're having this now and it's not at your funeral.
Thank you.
Facts.
Real good.
Facts.
Real good.
Right?
Okay, and then think about all the people that came out of that whole movement and stuff. We got gangsters, we got senators, we got
a little bit of everything,
we got
man.
Super Bowl hosts, we got billionaires, we got everything, you know what I mean? Pastors, yeah. Okay, but thank you, Lance. You did an awesome job. You guys did an incredible job. Well, give it up for them again, okay?
One last question before we go.
Yes.
Yes, is this the last project, or are you looking to do something more in the future?
Oh, definitely.
You got to put merch.
Definitely. Right. There's already two other projects. Yeah. Professor has one already in post-production, and another one's being done with another company out of Chicago called You Can't Erase Me. And it talks about the whole aspect of not only me, but just other artists, JJ Fad, Arabian people that people kind of skip over when it comes to hip hop. You didn't see us at the Grammys last week.
Right.
Hey, look this way so we can get train's phone in there. There we go. One more. There we
Look
go.
at me.
Oh, man.
Hold on a second. Okay.
Much love to my boy Dusty Vision.
Thank you, brother.